Hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm out here in my backyard, just chilling, and I figure I'd make this little video real quick. I know there's a lot of my friends, family members actually, who just graduated college, and with the coronavirus and a bunch of other things going on right now, it's really hard to get a job. So I kind of wanted to backtrack and talk about my story about how I started off a freshman year of college, not knowing what I wanted to do. I had no clear plan whatsoever, nor did I have a passion for really anything other than going out on the weekends and drinking and smoking. To now where I own a digital marketing company with my business partner, Mac Frederick, and we do about 6 figures. That's at least what we're on pace to do in 2020. So it all started when I was a sophomore in college. I just gotten out of freshman year at Penn State Altoona, which was so much fun. I joined a fraternity. I met some lifelong friends there. It was amazing. But I didn't know what I really wanted to do. I was still in engineering at the time, and engineering was cool. I mean, I really had a great time with all of my classmates and friends, but it wasn't my passion. It wasn't something that I loved to do. In fact, it was just in it. I really was just in it for the money. I wasn't in it to, do anything other than that, but to just have that big starting salary of $80K and make a lot of money, which is not right. If you're going to do something, you want to do it because you love to do it, right? So I go to my advisor. I say, hey, I'm looking to do something in marketing. Can you help me out? She gives me a whole packet. And who do I find but Momentum is like one of the first, right? So I contact Momentum. Freshman year, I contacted them for that summer, for sophomore year summer. I contacted them a year in advance. Mac was like, are you talking about this year or next year? Like, they were really confused. I was like, no. Like, I don't know if I missed the application deadline. I was like real professional. And Mac's like, oh, this guy's like pretty legit. So they interviewed me, and sophomore summer, I then went to work as an intern, as a sales and social media intern for Momentum. I worked on the Blockchain World Conference. I worked on a bunch of other clients. I sold tickets to the Blockchain World Conference, and I think I sold about $50,000 to $60,000 in ticket sales. And just in that summer, I got paid only from commission, but I made pretty good commission from that, 50 to 60 G's that I sold. From there, I was actually promoted to a sales director, and I was doing client work now. I was back at Penn State junior year. I was doing the same thing. And then when it came time for me to graduate senior year, I'd elevated myself to a place where I was then worthy enough to take on equity of the company. I started pitching and building relationships with realtors for 360. Now that, I'm now the owner of Momentum, I focus more so on the virtual tour side of things. As you guys know, Mac handles the digital marketing side of things. That's how we kind of combine the whole company. And I mean, what can I say? It's been a fantastic journey so far. The things that I can give you, if you're really struggling for guidance on what to do in life, you're like, man, everyone's like making moves, what should I do? Here's what you should do. Take personality tests, take some career tests. That's what I did. Find out who you are, and don't, BS the test. Don't bullshit the test and think that you're some executive or you're some crazy salesperson or entrepreneur. If you're not that, you're not that person. A lot of people want to be that person, but deep down, that's not who they are, which is okay. That's fine. You just have to find your calling and your true passion in life. That's what I did. And now I don't even consider this work. I could just consider this my day-to-day. I'm doing what I love. I don't even consider it work. It's just my passion. That's what I say to people. They ask me, how you doing? I'm like, living the dream. I'm really living the dream because I don't consider what I do work. So 1, take the personality test. 2, once you find out what you're passionate about, work your fucking ass off. And I know there's a lot of people out there that want to get, the whole rich quick mentality, but it's just not going to happen. I mean, I've been putting in, 80-hour weeks for, a couple years now, and it's really starting to pay off in terms of the revenue for the company, my own net worth, the friends and the relationships that are more valuable to me than the money. It's just been tremendous. So number 2 is definitely work like hell. You have to work like hell. And, Kobe Bryant has a mentality where, obviously you guys have heard of Mamba mentality, but he was talking about during a playoff game, it was like, I forget what year it was. It was just when he entered the league, and he shot an air ball for the game winner. He obviously didn't make it. He shot an air ball. He missed it. He went back to LA that day. He then went and shot at his old school all day long, from like 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. So that's like what? That's 13 hours, or that's 15 hours of shooting. So just an unrelenting work ethic. That's what you need to do to have this. And the third thing I can really say is to a bunch of other people out there that know what they want to do and are considering starting a business, and specifically for investing, is look into real estate. Real estate is the best investment we have on planet Earth right now in terms of just getting long-term ROI and building your portfolio in terms of just, friends, family, and just being secure in what you're trying to invest in. Because this isn't going to go away. This house, this is going to be, I think my parents bought this, it was $250,000, and now it's like $450,000, which is crazy, in the span of like 10-15 years. So you have to think real estate's always going to be there. Get your license, or just brush up and have a mentor. I know a bunch of other people, Mike McCann, Francis Mangubat, who have helped me along the way of trying to get my first investment property. I'm only 22. I'm actually in the process of acquiring my first property, getting some financing together. So when all the numbers make sense, I'm going to pull the trigger. But guys, you have to understand what we're going through right now is crazy times, but you just have to think you have a life that is worth living. You need to find your passion, find what you love to do, and just go from there. So guys, that's my advice. If you have any questions, hit me below in the comments, subscribe, like. I'm going to be uploading a lot more videos. Thank you so much, and have a good weekend.